Good afternoon and welcome to this conference. First things first, I'd like to thank those who have invited me in this conference. Wait a minute, it's my first time to record a in my iPad because of the emergency situation. But nevertheless, we'll be happy to do this one. Okay, so first things first, I'd like to thank the organizers of this conference for inviting me and for considering also the little that I can contribute to this talk. The title of my lecture this afternoon is about uh, something that I'd like to situate the lecture on both academic and intercultural context. The title, Responsible Integration of Artificial Intelligence in Quantitative and Qualitative Research Methodologies, signals that the focus is not simply on AI as a technological innovation, but on responsibility, methodology, and scholarly practice. The inclusion of the partner institution and the cultural exchange theme emphasizes that this discussion takes place within a global local dialogue where technological advances intersect with educational values, disciplinary traditions, and cultural contexts. This framing prepares the audience, you, to approach AI not as a neutral or purely technical tool, but as something embedded in institutional, ethical, and even cultural realities. From this starting point, the lecture moves towards clarifying how AI is positioned conceptually within research practice. So, AI as a research methodology partner. Allow me to zoom some sections as so this slide establishes the central argument of the presentation. AI should be understood as a research methodology partner, not as a substitute for human researchers. It highlights the opportunities AI offers for enhancing analytical capacity while also foregrounding the ethical, epistemological, and practical considerations that must guide its use. Here, we try to make use of AI's value in amplification rather than automation of judgment by identifying the key focus areas here. uh, Quantitative methods, qualitative methods, mixed method is integration, ethics and implementation. We're able to provide a conceptual map of what will happen in the lecture. This overview transitions us from the general framing of responsibility to a structured journey through specific methodological domains. My hands is the iPad is no longer responding that much to my hands. So let's look at the navigational guide for everyone. So this outlines the progression of the lecture, beginning with the broader research context and moving through quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method applications before addressing ethics and practical implementation. The roadmap reinforces that AI integration is not a single decision or tool choice, but a process that unfolds across the entire research life cycle. By making this structure explicit, we are able to clarify or situate each subsequent discussion within a coherent whole. It prepares us to see connections rather than viewing each methodological domain in isolation. So let's look at one of the first chapters. So it's divided technically into chapters, and we look at six very quick one. First is the rationale for AI integration, understanding why contemporary research needs AI support. So the first substantive section begins by asking a foundational question. Why does contemporary research need AI support? Rather than assuming the necessity of AI, we invite you to critically reflect on the conditions of modern research that motivate its use. The transition here is important. Before discussing what AI can do, we need to establish first why researchers might responsibly turn to AI in the first place. This sets up the examination of research complexity that will follow. Why does AI matter? Well, precisely because of the complexity challenge in modern research. That's the reason why. So we need to explain the structural pressures facing contemporary research, increasing scale, data heterogeneity, and velocity. Research data are no longer limited to manageable spreadsheets or small quantitative corpora. They now include millions of observations, mixed data types, and real time streams. Traditional tools remain valuable, but they were designed for a different era. This makes clear that AI is not introduced because traditional methods are flawed, but because research environments have fundamentally changed. This insight transitions naturally to the idea of AI as a means of extending rather than replacing existing methodological capacities. AI as analytical amplification. This is a key conceptual shift. AI as analytical amplification. We need to emphasize that AI enhances efficiency, enables deeper pattern detection, and allows analytical framework to scale across large data sets. Importantly, it stresses that AI does not replace methodological expertise or interpretive insight. This framing counters common fears and exaggerated claims about AI. By positioning AI as an amplifier, this, we are now prepared to think in terms of collaboration between human reasoning and computational power, a theme that will recur throughout this rather short lecture. So, so it has an ability to enhance efficiency, deeper analysis, and even facilitate scalability, as we said. Now, let's look at this one. So, we begin with a note of caution. While AI offers powerful capabilities, its integration raises fundamental questions about how knowledge is produced, validated, and governed. We highlight the epistemological implications, ethical obligations, methodological rigor, and practical implementation. These analyses shape what counts as knowledge and how we validate research findings, or what responsibilities do researchers bear when AR systems interact with human participant data, or how do we ensure AI assisted research maintains the standards of disciplinary excellence, or what concrete steps ensure responsible deployment of AI tools within research workflows. This moment serves as a pivot in our lecture. Rather than moving directly from capability to application, the presentation pauses for the meantime to acknowledge that responsibility requires reflection. This sets the stage for a more principled approach to AI, no? Hindi lang dahil bago, no? We don't use AI only because it's new, but because of something else, right? So we articulate the core principle of responsible AI integration, alignment. AI tools must serve clearly defined research questions and methodological frameworks, not dictate them. The research first approach must the research first approach um, emphasized here reverses the common tendency to adopt technology for its own sake by stressing continuous evaluation and methodological fit. We transition the lecture towards a discussion of accountability and balance, how innovation can be pursued without undermining scholarly standards is something that we need to pay attention to. So, research first approach, begin with the research questions and methodological framework. Tool selection, choose AI methods that align with research aims and data characteristics. And then continuously assess what's going on. So, we need to have all of this one. So, balancing innovation and accountability. We present innovation and accountability as complementary rather than competing values. This emphasizes transparency, responsibility, and researcher oversight as essential companions to methodological innovation. AI integration, therefore, is framed as a cyclical process rather than a one time decision. This balance provides the ethical and conceptual foundation for the more detailed methodological discussions that follow, beginning with quantitative research. So what you see here is already the movement from transparency, responsibility, innovation, and accountability, which therefore tells you that this is not simply a matter of incorporating things that are new, but also and very much a matter also of taking into consideration ethical standards and therefore questions of accountability. Now let's look at the second section on quantitative research. This group of slides will explain three primary roles AI plays in quantitative research: statistical analysis, predictive modeling, and pattern recognition. AI is particularly valuable when dealing with high dimensional data or complex variable relationships that challenge traditional parametric assumptions. We need to reinforce that AI extends quantitative methods rather than replaces them, preparing the ground for a deeper discussion of machine learning techniques. So let's look at these rules, no? So AI role in qualitative research context basically is composed of these: statistical analysis, predictive modeling, and pattern recognition, as I've said. Now let's look at machine learning for model enhancement, and I will enlarge this one for you to see. What do we basically see at this point of the research process? No? When we're talking already about AI use in the context of quantitative research. So, uh, so machine learning and wait, I've lost my thinking. So we now discuss how machine learning um, algorithms can capture nonlinear relationships and interaction effects that traditional models may miss. However, we need to introduce an important tension between predictive accuracy and interpretability. This tension transitions us to a broader concern with methodological transparency and the limits of purely performance-driven analysis. So machine learning can help, especially when we're talking about huge data sets. But also at the same time, we need to be careful about it also. So let's look at automated data pre-processing. Here, the focus shifts to the often invisible labor of data pre-processing. This slide explains how AI can automate tasks such as missing data handling, outlier detection, feature engineering, and normalization, or improving consistency and efficiency. This automation, however, reinforces the need for documentation and oversight, leading directly into the discussion of transparency. Now, of course, we're looking also at complex variable relationships, especially in AI conditions. This highlights AI's ability to identify nonlinear effects and higher order interactions. It challenges simplistic assumptions about variable relationships and show how AI can reveal more nuanced empirical patterns. This capability strengthens quantitative analysis but also increase the importance of interpretive judgment, which the next slide also addresses. So let's look at transparency in quantitative research. Uh, we need to emphasize that transparency is a non-negotiable requirement. Researchers must document algorithm choices, parameter settings, validation strategies, and even limitations. We need to reinforce accountability and prepare everyone for a reminder that AI must remain grounded in statistical reasoning. So, in short, we still have to maintain statistical reasoning. So, reassert the centrality of statistical thinking. AI generated outputs must still be subjected to inferential judgment, sensitivity analysis, and theoretical application. With this reminder, we can now transition from quantitative to qualitative methodology. So, this introduces AI's role in qualitative research, emphasizing support rather than substitution. It acknowledges the interpretive nature of qualitative inquiry and the need to preserve meaning and context. The transition signals a shift from numerical abstraction, therefore, to human experience. So, what's the role of AI in qualitative research? This slide explains how AI assists with textual, visual, and audio data. It shows AI as a tool for managing scale while maintaining methodological traceability. The discussion, therefore, naturally moves toward the practical benefit of organization and management, especially of AI data. So, uh, we focus on transcription, segmentation, searchable archives, and metadata management. AI's contribution here is efficiency and accessibility rather than interpretation. This prepares us to examine AI's more interpretive roles and their limits. So, for example, coding, no? So natural language processing can support systematic coding, but also something that we have to pay attention to, right? Pattern recognition and things like that. So AI's capacity to detect linguistic and thematic patterns across large data sets plays a very important role. However, it cautions that these patterns require contextual interpretation. This leads directly to concerns about documentation and even traceability. Yes, they can code and, in fact, thematically apply, but how we will do that or how we will play with that is something we have to pay attention to also. I mean, so maintaining methodological traceability. So this emphasizes the importance of audit trails that distinguish AI-generated suggestions from researcher judgments. Transparency becomes more complex but more essential when AI is involved. This is the reason why whatever happens, we need to preserve contextual meaning and participant voice at all cost, no? At all cost. So we address the central ethical challenge of qualitative AI use, avoiding reductionism. It stresses the importance of protecting participants' voice and even lived experience. This is the reason why, even if we're using AI, we need to have a deep level of reflexivity. No? This expands reflexivity, not just reflexivity, but also one that will include algorithmic reflexivity. Researchers are encouraged to reflect not only on their own assumptions, but also on how AI shapes visibility and interpretation. This reflexive stance prepares the ground for methodological integration. And here we see the chapter on mixed media or mixed method. This introduces AI-enabled mixed methods research, emphasizing synthesis and triangulation. So the lecture now moves towards methodological convergence. So AI supporting mixed method. So I'll send my slide too, don't worry. So this shows how AI facilitates synthesis between quantitative patterns and qualitative meaning. AI acts as a bridge rather than as a hierarchy. Uh, this leads us to the concept already prevalent in quantitative research, the concept of triangulation. So, convergent, divergent, and complementary findings should help each other. And AI assists in systematic comparison while interpretation remains human. This leads to the question of alignment and design from which we started the entire lecture. So this outlines the stages of responsible integration from design to interpretation, and it reinforces intentionality and coherence. The lecture then demonstrates the payoff of this approach. What is it? While analytical depth through synthesis. This slide illustrates how AI-supported synthesis produces deeper insights than single-method approaches. Quantitative breadth and qualitative depth are mutually reinforcing. But before we even push it forward, we need to acknowledge the challenges in mixed AI integration. This final slide addresses paradigmatic tensions, timing complexities, representation issues, and resource demands. It reinforces that responsible AI integration is demanding but necessary. This therefore leads us, we conclude with the understanding that responsibility is not a constraint on innovation, but responsibility is its very condition. Let me stop sharing from up there. So let's go back to the Zoom there. So as we close this discussion, it is important to remember that artificial intelligence is not a destiny imposed upon research, but a possibility shaped by human choice. The tools we develop and adapt reflect our values, our assumptions, and our commitments as scholars and educators. When integrated thoughtfully, AI does not diminish the human role in research. Rather, it invites us to deepen our responsibility, sharpen our judgment, and reaffirm the intellectual and ethical foundations of scholarly inquiry. The future of research will not be defined by algorithms alone, but by the wisdom with which they are used. Quantitative rigor and qualitative depth need not be threatened by automation. Instead, they can be strengthened through careful collaboration between human insight and computational capability. AI gives us the opportunity to ask more complex questions, engage with richer form of evidence, and address problems that transcend disciplinary and geographic boundaries, provided we remain attentive to meaning, context, and human experience. In this spirit, responsibility becomes not a limitation but a possibility. Ethical reflection, methodological transparency, and reflexive practice allows innovation to flourish without losing its moral compass. By positioning AI as a supportive partner rather than as an authoritative voice, researchers preserve agency while expanding capacity. This balance is what enables research to remain both technologically advanced and profoundly human. The theme of this gathering, nurturing global perspectives in local contexts, reminds us that technology is always situated. AI must be shaped by the cultures, communities, and educational traditions in which it is used. When global tools are guided by local wisdom, research becomes not only more inclusive, but more relevant and transformative. In this way, AI can serve as a bridge between global knowledge and local meaning, rather than a force that erases difference. Ultimately, the promise of AI in research lies not in what machines can do, but in what scholars choose to become. If we approach AI with curiosity, humility, and care, it can help us build a research culture that is more collaborative, more reflective, and more responsive to the world's complexities. The path forward is not one of replacement, but of partnership, one in which human insights leads and technology follows in service of knowledge, understanding, and the common good. Thank you very much for listening.